The new update for A Realm of Thrones is here for Mount & Blade 2 a Bannerlord, and it is something special. The mod adds in a whole wealth of new changes, which you can check out my video, which I did on the update down below in the description if you're interested to find out exactly what it changed. However, in today's video, I thought it would be pretty fun to dive in and basically just see how much we can get done in the Game of Thrones. Main goal is just to make a name for ourselves in Westeros and maybe even Essos. There might be a few things I have planned out there, but for the most part it is just to go and do as much as we can, maybe even conquer some castles, some cities, punish some evil people. However, I won't be doing this alone, as I'm going to be joined by my faithful dragon. Yes, that's right, we have a goddamn dragon, and it is absolutely glorious. I mean, just look at this thing. It towers over the scenery and even King's Landing. The sheer size of this thing is incredible. So that should make this campaign a little bit more interesting. Unfortunately, the dragons don't change auto-resolve right now. So, for example, these broken men feel like they have a chance against me. I mean, I don't really think they do. I mean, look at it. Imagine just being 6 men who have fled the army, and now you just come up against, you know, this. Yeah, so it's not going to go well for them. I'm not going to lie. As you can see, the dragon is absolutely glorious, looking absolutely, yeah, just incredible. The animations they've done on this is awesome. And there's, of course, fire as well. You can shoot fire around. It is a little bit harder to angle it on these flying mounts. However, you can go up and down, which does make it a little bit easier. So if I go down right now, it should make my life a little bit easier to breathe fire on them. Yeah, you have to kind of angle it. You can also run into them as well, like with your wings you can hit them, which is good. And I think for the most part this works best when you're moving and breathing fire, because that way you do hit them on the ground like that, so it's good. There is also several variants of this dragon. So not only do we have the flying variant, you also have the mounted version as well. Sorry, the grounded version as well. It would be quite cool if they could get a way of like making this being able to like switch mid-combat, so you could actually go from flying to grounded mode. I'm sure that's something they will look at later on down the line, but as of right now, this is kind of the best option that we do have. And again, you can see right here, this is going to be the more mounted versions. I'm excited to see if they can add in like saddles and stuff for the dragon as well. And again, keep in mind, everything is still very much a work in progress, but yeah, this is much easier to breathe fire. I mean, not like they really need it whatsoever, and you can just, yeah, burn them all. It looks really good. Yeah, very nice work there on the actual dragon, and you can see the damage it does. Again, keep in mind, this is all balancing and stuff, and you won't be able to actually get a dragon this easily. I'm pretty sure as of right now, the only way you can actually obtain a dragon like this is to defeat Daenerys, and that's one of the ways to do it in the current kind of iteration of the mod. So to actually obtain a dragon, you do need to defeat one, which is, of course, not an easy task, because these things have a lot of HP. I do imagine, though, later on down the line, there will be, you know, quest lines and stuff where you can obtain a dragon egg and kind of, you know, rear it from birth. That'd be really cool, and yeah, very exciting for the future of, honestly, the mod. So we have a few options on things we can do. Of course, raising a bit of a militia is going to be important. Not that we really need it, but I think like just like an entire army of like archers could be really good, and Westlands have some of the best archers in the game. These guys have very good stats. So as of right now, I think our main goal is just to kind of level up a little bit. I mean, again, these battles are not going to be difficult, but yeah, because we have a dragon. We have a dragon in our brave men. And this is what's also really cool, like being able to command the battle from all the way up here, and you can get really high as well. So this is us getting low, and we'll kind of do a little sweep there, burn some soldiers down there, getting, yeah, a bunch of kills there. But yeah, you can also just start rising up and going really high. If you feel like you're under pressure or anything, you can get up here and go kind of descend pretty quickly, depending on how you've got the camera angled, which is very good. So yeah, you can really just like observe the battlefield from up here and command it. Unfortunately, your flame doesn't quite reach down that low, but again, you can get low pretty quickly. So our plan, I guess, for this episode is just to raise ourselves a nice little tasty militia. Of course, we want to raise up our clan rank, which shouldn't be too hard because we'll be able to fight battles where we're severely outnumbered. I guess join one of the 5 kings vying for control. I'm actually pretty interested in maybe joining someone like Renly. That could be a really fun campaign because, of course, he is cut short. However, there are now new events in the game as well, which actually dictate you kind of what happens to Renly, and the player can actually have some sway on it. on it. So maybe we can make him survive the demon child. I definitely as well think there are some really interesting ways they could do to balance the dragon as well, because of course you want the dragon to be really OP. As of right now though, there is like no ammunition on his fire breathing whatsoever. So I think it could be a kind of a pretty simple fix to kind of, depending on the dragon, kind of limit the actual amount of fire breathing it can do. On top of that, you could also make it like extremely high maintenance, and not only does it cost a lot, but you also have to feed it a lot, and there's like loads of other stuff you could do. So I definitely think they're going to find a very interesting way to balance this very, very OP, I guess, monster. But then again, as I mentioned, you don't really want it to be like underpowered either. You want it to be strong, and yeah, you want it to be doing a lot of damage. But yeah, maybe limiting the amount of shots you can do with the fire breathing is not a bad idea, because yeah, that's pretty strong. And obviously also the charge damage as well is incredible. So we have just arrived at Riveron. I wanted to make my presence known to the local lords and also see if they had any more recruits ready to fight and die alongside the Dragonborn myself. We also fought a bunch of battles as well, just to give ourselves a little bit of cash again. These battles are fairly easy. I was also thinking as well, it would actually be quite cool if they also like maybe added like a dragon skill, and that kind of dictated how much fire you can breathe or how much damage it does. That'd actually be really cool to see like an actual dragon skill added into the game. Oh, and look at that, Bron is also just chilling here. How you doing, Bron? Just hanging out, nothing too special. You wanna maybe join my company? 600 gold, of course you can join me. Nice. So we've got our first companion, we have a dragon, and we also have 6 loyal men. Oh, don't mind me, my lords. You guys just carry on to whatever feast you're holding at Riveron. I'm just going to go on my merry way. Don't you worry. Oh, look at this. The soldiers are already... Oh, okay, no, maybe not. I was going to say these guys are already scared of me, but they're scared of Jonas's party. They're not scared of me. But they definitely should be, because let's just say, even if they have horses, it's not going to fare too well for them. Yeah. It's over. It's over. Oh, wow. I just, again, saw this as well. Like, we're going to be, like, unkillable. Already, the dragons have ridiculous amounts of HP, which I assume will eventually be changed. However, as of right now, like, you can also get an extra additional 20 hit points with your skills as well. I totally didn't even really think that you could buff up the dragon even more. So right now, we're getting more maneuverability, so we should be able to, like, adjust ourselves on the dragon a little bit quicker. But then we also have more hit points, and also all the mounts in my army also have hit points. So say, for example, I went and joined Daenerys Targaryen or something, and we were just both roaming around on dragons. That would be incredible. Or actually, what I could do as well is I could give Bron a dragon. Maybe later on down the line, that's what we'll do. Okay, we're now starting to enter the regions of the Westlands now. There's also some Reachlands as well across this river, but let's go in and see if we can actually pick up some of the Lannister troops that are scattered around. Scratch that. No. We don't want Westland soldiers. We want the men of the Reach, because not only do they look awesome, probably one of my favorite character designs in the mod, looking great. Then you have like the high towers ones as well, off on the far right. Again, the soldiers, the guards of Old Town look great. Obviously, the house guard of the Tyrells look good, and then just the normal vanilla kind of Reach axemen and swordsmen also look very, very good. They also have some of the best looking high tier units as well. I mean, look at the Reach champions. That armor on the elites is absolutely incredible. I mean, again, the cavalry looks amazing. Yeah, these are some of the most beautiful armor pieces in the entire mod. Definitely units we want to pick up. They are quite easy to grab right now as well, and I feel like they should definitely make them really expensive or just kind of a lot harder to get. And oh, here we go. Our first little test. We've got some raiders from the Iron Islands, it seems, who are kind of going rogue and doing their own thing in their Iron Islands armor. Well, let's see if they are a match for the dragon and my new band of soldiers. So here is my new army. You know, they're looking okay. Some lightly armored equipment, nothing too special. Basically just a group of peasants with swords. And then we have this bad boy, my brand new dragon. Yeah, look at me go. Ready to move in. The idle animation as well looks good as well. I like that a lot. But I do want my army to level up. I don't want just my dragon to increase in rank. And I'm actually starting to think now as well, like, how different is this going to be in high tier battles? Like in a 1,000-man battle, 2,000-man battle, and the AI has tons of like javelins and equipment. Are they actually going to be able to take this dragon down? And then also, if this dragon is like dead, like, does it also... Oh my god, that is so OP. Then like also, if the dragon you know, does die, is it gone forever? Is it lame? Is it wounded? Because yeah, we're taking a bit of damage right now. yeah, they're kind of getting in that damage, but nothing too crazy. As long as I play safe, it's absolutely fine. And again, another interesting thing I think to actually balance the dragon as well is like having a higher dismount chance as well, like having it so that you can just be dismounted a little bit easier. I think actually might not be a bad idea. So that you can get knocked off and then you're vulnerable, and then that kind of makes it easier for you to lose a battle. Maybe the dragon goes on a rampage. There's no way for me to like hit these guys from up here. No, there isn't. Yeah, so dragon, yeah, pretty OP. So I think it's now time to go and pledge my allegiance to the man himself. Renly, how are you going? You look pretty glorious in that new armor. Maybe I'll pledge my sword to your cause. A simple mercenary contract I think will do for now, and there you go. We are now part of the Stormlands. We are now part of Renly's kingdom, and his enemies are now my enemies. So that does mean we're at war with Stannis, the man himself. We are also at war with the Storm. We are also at war with the Reach. I don't really know why are we at war with Mace Tyrell? I don't think that should have happened. And then we're also at war with the Lannisters, of course. So there's hard-coded wars, and then I guess there's also like random wars as well. I don't really know why this war with the Reach is kicked off, but I guess it's still, bugs they're working out. So let's join up with Renly and actually see if we can get ourselves stuck into like a proper battle. I'm interested to see, kind of like what happens in a proper battle with a massive dragon. And there's an army besieging Haystack Halls. Oh, this is Stannis himself. Okay, Stannis, my friend. My poor man, you're about to meet Dragonfire, but not for the first time. It's so funny. There's like all these brave soldiers, and then there's just me. There's like all these normal soldiers, and then there's just a dude on a dragon ready to set some people ablaze. You also kind of feel bad for Stannis because he's already outnumbered heavily in this battle. On the battlefield itself, we have 610 men. He only has 400. Yeah, I'm just gonna like head like right into the dragon's den, as it were, because I'm interested to see like, can I just like take on this entire army in the dragon? Because of course there's gonna be a lot of arrow fire coming in. I have to be careful not to be sniped. Yeah, okay, we are taking damage. We're taking like, we're not dying quickly, but yeah, I mean, I can't stay here. I'm getting staggered. Okay, chill. Okay. Oh my god, I think I just survived that. Okay, so it seems like yeah, heavy focus missile fire does take down these dragons, and it takes them down very quickly. I was there for about 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and you can already see the HP of my dragon, my poor beast. So we are going to hide out here for a bit. I don't want to lose this dragon in battle, but it also would be pretty interesting to actually know what happens when the battle, when the dragon does go down in battle. So maybe I will. I'm going to head off to the flank really quickly, and then see if we can get some good fire off on this cavalry. And again, use the rocks to our advantage as both armies face off against one another. Again, we've got a nice little flank here against the dragon cavalry, or against Stannis' cavalry, and then let's just breathe fire on all of them, bring them down. The armor definitely doesn't help much whatsoever, and again, I imagine we'll probably try and develop like some form, or we just dismantle a lot of them. We don't actually get as many kills as we would want. Right there you go, managed to get another one. But I can definitely imagine that they are planning on like adding in some more weapons and stuff to actually take down dragons more effectively. But you saw it, they only have probably like 100 archers or something, and yeah, it did a lot of damage to us. And see, the main battle line is crushing in some of the Stormlanders with the massive hammers kind of mirroring Robert Baratheon. I think I even also saw Stannis in there. Let's see if we can get a nice little charge off onto the enemy archer line as they fall back and not go down. I mean, they're going to be chasing me. We're just going to run through them, set some ablaze, just completely do so much damage. Oh, that is a beautiful. And then we need to be very careful. I mean, the dragon's going to go down, but as I said, I'm interested to know exactly what happens. Because when you are breathing fire, you are stationary. And there you go. My dragon is taken care of. I have also been taken care of. And now the battle can kind of run its course. No, my dragon on the battlefield. So sad. Slain before its time. So yeah, I'm interested to see if it's just fine, or if it does go down, or what happens. And there you go, Stannis Baratheon is my prisoner. You are my prisoner for sure. I'm sorry. Oh, this is perfect. This is something I've been wanting to show off, and I just have not found the right time. So let's take all this loot. Let's make lots of money. Should have took the sheep as well. Dragons love to eat sheep. But yeah, let's quickly go here. Let's go this, and then let's execute prisoner. And then look at this. There's a brand new cutscene for when you have a dragon. I mean, it's showing the wrong dragon, but again, it doesn't really matter. And yeah, look at that. You just straight up, you know, burn people. That's like, how cool is that? And they've kind of gone to the effort of making these cool cutscenes. Really awesome. The only downside to that is now we're going to be receiving these negative effects for about 20 years, as everybody in the whole of Westeros and probably Essos also has it. And boom, one of our first cutscenes as well. This is so cool. Like, we're really starting to see this mod come alive now with so many amazing features. Oh, I ain't gonna lie, I literally went down, made a cup of tea, came back up, and then notifications were still going, but they're done now, so we can take a look at the Stannis Baratheon's end. So you get this really cool notification, and this is how they plan on doing events in the future. They plan on kind of having stuff popping up, so you can kind of keep up to date with the ongoings of the world. I also believe as well that Dragonstone now has been given to Renly Baratheon, as I guess he was the next legal heir, and I guess also Stannis' faction has to see it completely crumbled with him going down. So again, there's lots of stuff they can actually do with this. There's lots of stuff that they can change up and address as well. You can see people leaving certain factions as well. Dragonstone is no more. You can see, yeah, look at that. The faction has been destroyed now. With Stannis, there was no one left to bring them together. And again, that's just a really cool feature. And again, there's lots you can start to think of how they're going to do that with the Game of Thrones story and how factions can rise and fall. And I also really like as well how a lot of that is also tied to like the actual characters themselves. You know, that is the fundamental parts of a Game of Thrones. And oh my God, we're going to get ourselves into a big battle. Yeah, one thing I wanted to check as well, yeah, so it does seem like the dragon is absolutely fine, doesn't go down. I definitely feel like if you lose it in battle, that should be it. The dragon should be done for, and then you have to either go hatch another one, or, you know, go do something to obtain another one, maybe go to Old Valyria or something. But yeah, I definitely think that these dragons are so strong, but they should be, you know, at that stage where if they do go down, you know, it's over, you lost it. Let's switch to a flying one for this battle. So this is going to be a much harder battle, I would say. We only have 108 archers for some reason. Why do we have all our infantry's back here? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be able to actually provide some pretty good support from the ground. I'm also just gonna cheat heal myself so we don't get sniped off our mount for some stupid reason. Oh, I mean, my lord, just look at that. It looks so good. Our dragon just off in the distance. The army, Renly Baratheon below us in his gloriously green armor. Definitely loves fashion as the dragon wings just flap. I mean, imagine approaching that, the horrors. And obviously, you know, the Balerion in the TV show is, you know, much larger than this one as well, towering over. And you can even breathe fire as well. As you're up there, looking very cool. So I want to be very, very careful this time. I don't want to run into the same situation where all their archers just pick me off. But I also want to do some damage. Let's wrap around here, start hitting the enemy cavalry. Very nice. And then let's pull out of here as well. I mean, we could just go down the entire battle line. I mean, how many kills is that? Let's have a look. That's just 45. Okay, 85. Actually, not that crazy, considering. But yeah, still very strong. You can also see we're getting riding skill, which I think definitely we need a dragon skill in the game to improve your ability to actually wield a dragon. Let's come back around, get ready to hit their cavalry once again. Yeah, this mobile dragon is definitely way scarier because the actual mounted one can't go ahead and actually move and fire at the same time. So the flying one is definitely a lot stronger. Okay, here we go. We're getting low to the ground and then just burn it. Oh, okay, it's actually hitting us up. Okay. So we didn't actually quite get as many kills. We'll go more fire here as well. Yeah, that's brutal. And then we'll just adapt to the skies. We'll make our way up as much as possible to avoid any incoming missile fire. Yeah, I mean, that was disgusting. We just got 200 kills. And I think with the dragon, if you have maybe like 4 or 5 of these dragon blasts, that's actually not be a bad way of approaching it. I think that'd just be a really good way of balancing it, limiting the amount of fire you can breathe, because yeah, you know, you do that and then that's it for the battle with the dragon. It's not bad. Like, if I could maybe do like that, get 200 kills, and then like, yeah, that's it for the battle, and then I dismount. Yeah, I honestly think that'd be really, really good. So the rest of this battle, I don't think I'm gonna get too involved in because I don't want to skew it too much. We're gonna sit back and watch the enemy fight. Look at the flames as well, still burning as well. And there you go. The AI is now charging into battle. Unfortunately, there's a big fat head in the way, so I can't quite see it unfold. But here we go. We can watch the battle from the final. Yeah, as I said, I think like commanding these battles would be really interesting. Realistically as well, these soldiers should have gone in. Sorry, I can't help myself. Even though I don't think my flame reaches from up here. Yeah, they should have been in the river from the first place as all their archers fall back. But it's fine. We can go down. We can go down and burn some soldiers as we go. Fall back. Their cavalry still getting involved. I think I've probably done enough as well to sway the battle in our favor. I hope at least. I mean, I single-handedly killed 300 soldiers, which was about half of their army. They're going to get reinforcements and stuff, but shouldn't really matter. Even though we can kind of come down from maybe one last kind of flame on. Just kind of breach out some of the reach men and take them. And you can see as well, so I think the way they've done the dragons as well is that you are basically like there is like a part of you that is on ground, for example. So the actual weight of the dragon does get slowed up when you go into people. So again, you can get mobbed if you get surrounded. It's going to be hard to push your way out. You're going to be able to do it, but yeah, I can't go like through people. Actually, I can allies very easily, but I feel like the AI is a little bit harder to do so. Oh, they got some more reinforcements as well. Okay. I mean, these poor peasants came really to the slaughter, didn't they? I still can't believe how many soldiers they have left. Like, it's actually crazy. I am like just, yeah, going full Joker mode right now. And yet they still are just spawning in more. I guess they are the Reach, for example, though. The Reach obviously are known for their large pool of manpower. I mean, I like to think I won that battle single-handedly with my 600 kills. Pretty disgusting. But yeah, obviously dragons do be OP. Definitely not one to be messed around with. And you can actually get this nice little close-up here of a lot of the, not the Tyrell, but just the not the High Garden even, yeah. A lot of the armors in all their custom glory. I think it's pretty safe to say that dragons do be OP, especially in the early game when you're not actually supposed to have them. And I just cheated one into my inventory. But if you would like to see me go ahead and, you know, kind of play properly with the goal of actually going ahead and obtaining a dragon, like to do that, you obviously have to defeat Daenerys and you have to defeat the dragon to steal it from her. Let me know in the comments, obviously by dropping a like on this video. Let us know if you want to see more Realm of Thrones content on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.